Oh, good morning. Live yet? Aren't we live? And I think we are. Oh, well, good morning. Good morning to our last morning coffee live of 2024. And I guess what I'll just do, what it seems like. Anyways, my name is Gail. I have been doing these morning lives for a few weeks now from Vancouver Island with my coffee. I sure hope you can hear me because I try to not talk too loud because there's people, I live in an apartment building and there's people sleeping all around me and I don't want to, it is 5 o'clock in the morning here. So what has been really happening, what we sort of come into is I basically what can I do is talk about my day, talk about what I did yesterday. So this is kind of turning into a video journal, which is a pretty good thing. I like to keep track of what I do. I'm 67 years old, content creator. Been doing that for at least half of my life now. I have numerous pain issues and disabilities and going on, all that kind of stuff. The last few months has been a little bit harder, and I've been on bed rest. So what I've been doing is hello, good morning, Hyla. I haven't even started today. I was just saying that as over the last few weeks. First of all, can you hear me? I don't want to talk too loud because there's people sleeping all around me, and I hope I can be heard. I don't want to be just this mumbling person. And what kind of has transpired is I sort of talk about my day and we maybe go off in different different avenues from there. I was just explaining who I was. My name is Gail. My age. I have some physical disabilities. I have autism. That's me. And I'm here. Oh, great. I'm glad. Thank you, Isla. I'm here to basically just share my life. So, yeah, let's talk about yesterday. What did I do yesterday? Well, first of all, I set out for my Geoguessr. And believe me, yesterday was a good day. Good day. I'm getting it back. With this illness, it's been kind of hard, when you haven't been able to sit and try to play Geoguessr, where we basically place somewhere in the world in Google Maps, and you got to figure out where you are in a minute and a half or so. Sitting is something that I thought somebody was talking outside. Sitting is something that's not easy. Anyway, I did yesterday. Did good because my first one in the daily challenge, which I don't know how many days I'm going, 45 days or something, a streak. My very first one was Christmas Island again, and Christmas Island is very good for me because I know that place so well. Yeah, so I did well in that. I played, I think, 5 of my tournament games or 4, which I won 3. And so that was the first thing. And then I sat down to do my sort of like restful coffee break in the morning. What do you call those pastimes that are like you don't want to admit to people, which mine lately has been vintage Emmerdale. So I've been putting all these links, anything, whatever I'm talking about, I've been putting links down below. It's just a lot easier than to me say I'm going to add them after. And I'm up to June, I think the first week of June in 1991, and it's quite fun to watch the old soap operas. And if you're a fan of that, maybe you want to give it a try. After that, I knew I had to get through those Arkansas radio stations, so I do have a link to my Arkansas page. The Arkansas holiday is coming up in January, so yeah, listen to some Arkansas radio stations. It's kind of like a mix of a little bit of rock and roll, a little bit of basically new. What do you call the new stuff? The new top 20 or whatever. A few country and western stations, and I think there was a couple of classical stations in there too. So, a couple linked to Arkansas. You want to listen to Arkansas radio? Bring in the new year. It's an interesting place, let's just say. Took a break over there to, there's another, Nate Florence, the surfer from Oahu. But pipeline's been crazy. The pipeline has been crazy for the surfers in this last week. And not only did Nate win the Pipeline Masters, was it last week? It was last week. Placed in the Eddy. Anyways, he put another great video up of this crazy surf in the last few days, and this was from GoPro. So if you want to see what it's like to surf the pipeline when you've got like camera attached to you, yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's called a duck dive gone wrong. I've linked it down below. I need to mute my I can hear myself talking through my headphones. It's annoying. Let me mute that. Okay. Yeah, from the surfer's perspective, it was quite something. That was a day I don't think anybody could really do much. He did get a really nice barrel there, nice too. But yeah, so that was fun. Then I decided, I wanted to take a look again at that Chase Hughes Crush 2025 with brainwashing video. Now he's worked for the CIA and a lot of the governments in brainwashing techniques and things. So this video is basically how your regular goal settings don't really work. Um, the way that we set them up doesn't really like synchronize with our brains. So I just sort of had to listen to what he had to say, and it basically comes down to dopamine, and you basically, where are you getting it from? And out of 100 points, you sort of score where you're getting it from. And then you do it where you would like to, where you think you should be getting it from. And well, the video's linked down below. That's your beginning. That's where you can begin to make this change. Because I've never really been a goal setting person. I've always had to sort of be in the kind of life that life can change on a dime, and be prepared for it. 'Cause it probably will. Yeah, as soon as I set a goal or plan of action or something, everything seems to fall apart. I don't know if it's just the universe telling me this is not the way to do it, but maybe if I brainwash myself into where I want to get my pleasure chemicals in my brain from, it might be a better way of trying things. I also did a whole unit of that coursework that I'm taking on what's it called? Oh, geez. Oh, I didn't even write that down. Oh, here it is. Yeah. Um, in the coursework in the digital platforms and performance from Cambridge University continuing education. I'm doing this online. We're still in the focus sort of like of creating storylines for game creation, and that. And I'm not creating games, but I'm changing it towards my platform of what I want to create in this virtual space, like not only my website, but to bring sort of YouTube into it, and how that I can use the same elements that I'm learning about game creation. And it's all quite making sense. It'll come together. Not at this point. I said a little bit more. I think unit 3, which I need to start probably today. What is unit 3? Let me get my notes here. Let me see. Oh, unit 3. I think it was more about interactivity, designing for a immersive experience. Yeah, what could be more immersive if we could create a tribe and a community here on YouTube and bring in we're working on it. So that's what the next unit will be too, and I'll see how creating a immersive game scenario can be brought to the social media platforms. Yeah, It seems like whenever I take these courses, I'm always having to adapt them to what I'm doing. Like when I took a Harvard course on it was basically this was during the lockdown, sort of working remotely and being successful at it. And it was all about teams. So basically, I had to break myself into my marketing team and my creative team and my whatever. They did about 5 or 6 personalities, and that was a little bit difficult. But you know what? I think and I've taken a lot. I was constantly taking courses even before COVID, but during COVID, especially in marketing. I was starting my website again. And I again lost my thought. Oh, the one takeaway. That was probably one that I got the most value out of. And the main takeaway was, and I used to procrastinate a lot, is basically if you got to do something, as soon as you think about it, you do it then. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of time. It is even if you don't even think about thinking about it, and that's going to take valuable time away from everything else you do. So I find that as soon as I see something like, well, for instance, right now, can you see up here? These lights. Yes, I've already tried to fix them this morning. And yes, it's going to bother me. They're not fixed. Probably part of that is my autism. But I found, if I pick, if I don't fix that right away, what's going to happen? It's going to start falling and all around the room and everything's going to fall apart. And I'm going to spend a lot more time fixing it then. So yeah, I went to Harvard University, and the best thing I took out of it was, if you got to do it, you do it now. You got to do it as soon as possible. Yeah, so I spent a while, probably a couple hours in the coursework yesterday. I was a little bit behind. I thought only week 2 was starting, and it was week 3. So yeah, I had to pretty well get a week's worth of stuff done yesterday. But I'm all caught up now. Yeah, and I took one of my old. I'm using this chat. Was it Chat GPT or GDP or whatever? And I'm getting them to write me new annotation for some of my old videos. So yesterday I took my Hula Hawaii. I was 1998. I think I put 88. Could have been 88. I think it was 1998 Kodak Hula show. And so I got it to write me a new annotation. And it's quite interesting because it puts a bit of the history in, and it sure sounds a lot more interesting. So I sort of worked on that. I'm going to work on one a day, maybe, of the old, like a lot of old vintage videos. I'm pretty sure I linked that one down below. And the way I know that this chat thing works is last week my husband had a set of when in the 70s, and that he was very involved in kung fu, tiger claw kung fu. So we had on videotape all these old lessons, and we decided, hey, let's put these up on YouTube. This is maybe 4 years ago. So last week I took the one, I got the chat. I should take a look and see what that's really called, because it's kind of. I'm afraid to open anything else on this computer. Should might Chat GPT. I should link that down below, I guess. Let me write that down. A list of things to do. Okay, now I'll do it as soon as possible. Yeah, my computer has been freezing up in video. If I have anything else open, I don't know, maybe that's got nothing to do with it, but I'm not taking the chances. So if I do freeze up and disappear, that is the reason why. Anyways, I put this new annotation that had written me about the Tiger Claw Kung Fu videotape. And yesterday it was actually a few days ago. I was looking at my comments yesterday, and we got a comment from a fellow who happened to be my husband's kung fu teacher at the time, who found the video, or actually it had been suggested to him. He wasn't even looking for it. He was actually the person narrating the video from the 70s. So I can imagine how surprised he would have been. But that just shows that this artificial intelligence is really doing this right. It is it is suggesting these videos to exactly the people that want them. And yeah, so that seems a lot of like it's a lot of fun, to to uh, to let me annotate either one of your lives and see what it says, like the one we did with Arthur or something. Boy, it sure. Boy, that was going right to the direct person. So we'll see if because there are good videos, even though they are from I guess in the 80s or 70s or whatever. They're it's I could call it kung fu. It's lessons. It doesn't change. Um, but yeah, I'm looking forward to see how many other things would change. So I concentrated on the Kodak Hula. I did do one last week though, the Polynesian Cultural Center. It was probably the same year. But like a lot of these old vintage Hawaii, but like, I mean, like 80s, 90s now is vintage, right? Doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but geez, we're talking 30 years ago. Yeah, so I did that. Well, I got a lot done yesterday, actually, when you think about it. And, you know, I think when you have chronic pain and that, you can't really make plans because you don't know what's kind of what you do. When I like the idea of me keeping track in here and talking about it because all these do-its, they're huge successes when you just want to be able to do one thing. Really, like for instance, this morning, 2:30 this morning, I'm awake. I'm gonna go into this whole system. I get my medication, get the TEDS machine on, have a bit of cannabis oil, good cry, listen to some calming music or binaural beats or something, and it didn't take actually it didn't take me that long today to get it together. Um, I managed to get in the New Zealand New Year coming in, so it only took me about half an hour this morning, which is much better. But what did I write here? Yeah, I was off to New Zealand half an hour after I woke up. But those, yeah, all these do-its are big. When you have chronic pain, or you have a disability, or even if you're just tired, these do-its all add up to, and you do see, hey, I'm getting a lot done. I may be confined to my bed right now. Maybe I'm bed rest, but I'm getting a lot of things done, right? The pain is there through it all. And you do what you can. You do what you can to win against the pain. And all these do-its are just another positive stroke against what you're up against. Just living. Okay, and yeah, I was already to bed last night, probably 7 o'clock. I'm gonna stay up later tonight. I really do. I'm gonna really, I think, celebrate with the world. I've got radio stations. I got in my website in the top. There's on the front page of gocybernaut.com. It's a site map, and I'm gonna list all my pages. I've got, and you go down to travel. I've got radio stations from just across the globe, and I'm probably going to do that. I'm going to, between YouTube and radio, I am going to bring in the new year as many times as I can, because it was kind of neat to get up at 2:30 and not feel too great, but by 3 o'clock you're celebrating with people in New Zealand because I really want this year to leave. This has been, I mean, probably the last 5 years have been the worst year of my life. But if the last 5 years were the worst year of my life, this last season was the worst season of my life. And I mean, I have overcome so much, and all of it, like I can't even explain the pain. I can't even explain what's been going on with me. It's just that bad. But I'm coming out. I really do feel like I'm coming out the other side of it, and I think that this year needs to be washed away. I know 2025 has got a lot of big question marks and a lot of fear in a lot of people because of different political changes and different the wars and just all the conflict going on right now and this negative energy. But you know, I've had 5 years of this, boy. Um, I I'm not even going to say it 'cause I keep saying make sure, but no, I'm on my way to fighting this, and I'm on my way to winning this war against the pain and the negativity and everything else. I've got to make a lot of changes, and I think coming on here a year ago, I never 6 months ago, never 3 months ago. I can remember my friend Ann phoned me from Nova Scotia and said, Gail, you need to start doing podcasts. I'm like, Ann, I've got autism. I got autism, and my main problem is I don't can't socially communicate with people. Oh my God. And here I am 3 months later. Oh, Isla says, I feel better when I'm doing my spirit sessions with people. I was nervous, but enjoyed doing the live stream on Christmas Day. I really enjoyed doing that too, even though first of all, I was not prepared to go on like on camera. As you can remember, what was I? I was over in my pajamas, or I don't know, man. But that was my old raw self. I'm not going to um, I'm not going to go out of my way ever to pretend that I'm anybody but I'm who I am right now, because I've spent decades having to mask as an autistic person, having to mask the executive assistant, the internet genius, the the music columnist. I mean, oh my God, the young hippie girl. Let's see, the single mom. It's just like I want. Finally, I'm 67 years old. I'm gonna be me, and I really hope that we can inspire people to be themselves, hey, come on, it's okay to be me. It's okay to be you. I want to build a tribe here. I'm very serious about that's my focus, I think, for 2025. I want to build a tribe where people can come, that they're going to put on any mask. I mean, you don't have to have autism. You don't have to have a disability. You just got to be you. You just got to want a friend. And this is going to be the mission for 2025. We're going to build a tribe here, and I don't know what it's going to be, because, like I say, everything changes and dies. It's all evolution. It'll evolve into what it is. But uh, there's a way to do it. I'm going to figure it out. And it seems like it's been a lot. I've spent many decades figuring things out. So we'll get there. But yeah, I had a good time on that Christmas Day live stream. First of all, I mean, I never doubted that we have, I'm totally surrounded with spirits. Like, as I said, this is in this building. It's just being, a lot of people age on and pass on, right? So, like, I had no surprise at all. I was just sort of surprised that you showed up, but not in a way. I just hope that all that misunderstanding was cleared up, because there was a lot of misunderstanding at the end there, and I think maybe that's what Arthur was looking for. He just wanted to know, you know, that it all got figured out. So hey, Arthur, thumbs up. Hopefully you're you're feeling better. But yeah, that was a bit much. I wasn't even expecting him. I would expect somebody else, but I'm not going to say who that is in case they show up next time. And Isla, by the way, is a medium, and she communicates with spirits. She has different. She knows more than I. So you're going to. I should. I'm going to. I'm going to write this down. I'm going to link her channel below. So if that's what you're interested in, Isla's channel. Okay, she's with Team Paranormal, Victoria, British Columbia. So, anyways, she's a medium, and she had a live stream that I took part of, and my neighbor showed up. My neighbor who passed on, I think in 2019, 2020, and yeah, that was just surprising. But I know, I do know people that are interested in would be very interested in this. The thing is, they're in different time zones, so we're going to have to figure that out. I mean, if this would be 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you're in England. This would be a good time. If we can maybe they can come in come in here and get acquainted. But yeah, I definitely know people who would be interested in attending your live streams if it was for a different time zone, though. We're not really, at least we're not in Hawaii. That's a bad time zone to be living in. Ask me. I worked in New York and lived in Hawaii. Okay, and Isla says, yeah, I want people who come on the live stream to be themselves, like you did. My home care worker enjoyed watching the live stream yesterday. Oh, nice. All right. That's good. Yeah, I think that the age, hopefully the age of the masking is over. I mean, I'm not talking just for people on the spectrum, but I'm talking like it seems like for so long people figure, okay, you gotta do these get ready with me videos, ready with the makeup on, and all this stuff to become somebody else. It's time we start being ourselves. People don't want to connect with they want to connect with real people now. I think times are changing, and maybe we're ready for it. I can remember. I don't know if you know the TV show Big Brother, but before Big Brother, I was working. I think it was still the mining company. It wasn't even about.com yet. And these people, they were maybe in New York, the house, and what they were doing was basically live streaming and reading poetry from the bubble bath, and it was just a group of people living together. One was Gore Vidal's grandson, and I can remember approaching Scott Kernet, who was the CEO of about.com, a mining company at the time, saying, "Hey, this is really something. We need to get in on this." He didn't see the value in it. And of course, Big Brother happened a year or two later, and that's gone. Well, I think it happened in England first, but that's gone on to be a very big, television series around the world now. So he missed out on that. But, I never knew the whole idea for about.com and the mining company and the general internet and all the names it was called for. Let's just to build it up so they could sell it in the end and make lots of money. And they did. I mean, hundreds of millions of dollars. But silly me thought we were building something for the future. But getting back to that was the social. It was the very beginning of the social. And that's what I decided. I was begging for a webcam in those days. I wanted to do the same thing. I wanted they can't come out there and, be part of. Of course, I was younger, but I don't think I was ever into the big makeup thing. Yeah, with my autism, I don't like the feeling of certain things in my skin, and that might have something to do with it. And then I start thinking, oh, it's clogging all these pores, the autistic mind. But yeah. So maybe we're coming into the 2025, the age of the real people. I really noticed it at Christmas, whereas first I'm going to read eyelesses. I found out the words hung and 16 on the Spirit Talker were about a young 16-year-old. Oh, I remember that. Who hung herself just before Christmas. My ex knew her family. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, I remember those words coming up on the Spirit Talker. Isla has a electronic device that actually deciphers, what the spirits are saying, and that it's really you have to really experience one of her live streams to get the whole effect of that. Okay. The thing with me is if I stop talking about something, I don't continue on. This is why I write things down. What did I guess? Okay, what did I think I pretty well got. Did I cover everything? Oh, early to bed last night about 7. Listen to Small Town Murder. That's my podcast of choice. It's a little bad taste, good taste kind of thing. It's two comedians who talk about murder. And as I said, they may be a-holes, but they're not scumbags. I mean, they don't make fun of victims or the victim families or anything, but if you're a bumbling cop or a bumbling criminal or there's comedy in it, if you can find comedy in a true crime podcast, that's it. So I was already caught up in that. And Isla says, I believe it was her stepson's spirit letting us know he's with her and she's okay. Well, that's that's good because, it'll be good for the family to know. It just, was that anywhere around Vancouver Island? Was it something local? I know she said that girl missing from, oh, she didn't harm herself, though. There's a young girl missing from Nanaimo, and I can't remember her name, and I know this is my second cup of coffee today. Let's put it that way. I've got a little bit of a cloudy mind. Oh, I need to change. If I don't change my position, I will have sore shoulders. Let's see what we're gonna do. Oh, got my the movie Big, Big. What's this? Zoltar. The movie Big was Tom Hanks, an all-knowing Zoltar. I got a couple of shirts like this. I don't buy shirts for style. I buy them when they're on sale. Hey, we got David Bowie in the corner. The color of the day looks like it's aquamarine. Took my Christmas tree down. Ooh. Getting all ready for my new calendar tomorrow. Yeah. I was going to, wait until the new... Oh. Why is it when I sit up, do I have a little burp in there? Oh, excuse me. I was going to wait till the new year to take the Christmas tree down, but I was in the mood yesterday. Left a little lights up on the windowsill. Isla says, no, it's on the reserve near Banff, Alberta. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's really sad. But, if she's okay, with where she is and being taken care of, that's got to be comfort. I don't think, if someone's going to go to the point of doing, taking their lives like that, it's a sad situation that their life has come to the point of that, needing to do something like that. Which way we go? Okay. Oh dear. Got a little bit of the Crohn's face going on today. Even though I managed to get the cramping down, the cramping down pretty quick. I'm surprised I got my pain and everything taken care of in half an hour this morning. I think it was the exciting thing that was actually New Year's somewhere. And I guess it's New Year's somewhere else as we speak. We're going right across the world now. I have no plans for New Year's. Did I get everything on my list? Is that everything I did yesterday? That seems like an awful lot, actually, I have no plans for today. I'm just going to carry on from yesterday. Whatever plan I was on yesterday. I did watch the new Emmerdale. I didn't park that down. The new Emmerdale, the present day Emmerdale, where April's gone missing, and I'm afraid Marlon's going to have another stroke because he's so stressed out about it. And Kim, I don't know if Kim knows if she killed her husband or not. Family's starting to get a little bit of, Dawn's starting to get a little bit of suspicious there. And the thing goes on with Kane and his half-brother Caleb's wife and her father, and I don't know where any of this stuff is going. I think they need some new storylines. They finished the Bell storyline, and they just don't know where to start with the next one, I guess. Yeah, so I watched that. My life revolves around television and YouTube. This happens when you're basically stuck in one place. Oh, and today I'll be looking after the dog because it is dog food making day, which means go shopping for beets, carrots, rice, 9 grains, beef heart, lean ground beef. What am I missing? Apples. Did I say rice? And rice. With the meat and the rice and the oats and everything with the vegetables cooked up. The vegetables processed in the food processor. It all mixed together and into about 40 or so packets, hopefully 40, maybe not so many. for the dog for the next few weeks. Yeah, that's the biggest day of the biggest. Yeah, pumpkin is good for dogs too. Um, it's just yeah. My husband, he puts it together. I thought of using pumpkin, but unless you really get it in season, when you get it by the cans, everything's expensive. Actually, I shouldn't talk, but I have heard pumpkin. I have gotten pumpkin treats for him. But yeah, started making this stew. I call it Lucinda's Lovely Stew because when we had Lucinda for the last 5 or 6 years of her life, she's had nothing but that. We all of our other dogs all died. They all died of cancer of one type or another. And I started reading about when I started reading about what the dog food actually was, I thought, you know, we can give her a different chance. Let's try this. And of course, oh my gosh, did she ever love every day of her life? Mealtime was was amazing. It was like Christmas Day every day. She just loved it. So when we got Miles, and he was 4.5 months old, we thought, hey, we'll feed him this right from the start. And I mean, he's got a beautiful coat. He's pretty healthy. His teeth. That's the one thing that the vet always said about Lucy. That her teeth were wonderful, and she doesn't get all that tartar and stuff from the like a cornmeal or whatever the dry food was made of. The other stuff, oh boy, canned food, who made her ill. But to tell you the truth, it got to the point if she had anything but what we made her, her digestive system just she like had IBS. But yeah, so it's dog food making day. We left it a little bit late. I don't, I like to have it at least 4 or 5 days in reserve. But yeah, we left it a little bit late. So my daughter-in-law will be lovingly coming after work and taking my husband shopping. So it's going to be a busy day for that. He makes the food and I bag it up. I used to do it all myself and for Lucy without a food so everything, all the apples and carrots and beets had to be grated. Oh my gosh, it was like it was hard work. So we invested in a $40 food processor, and boy, that just sped the whole thing up. Oh, Isla says her first service dog died from brain cancer. Yeah, there's just so many. I just think everybody knew their dog was dying of cancer. And I really researched to get this. I wanted it to be. I mean, this is the perfect food. Uh, if we ate this food, I'm sure we would be healthy forever. Um, the heart. I read the reason for the heart is apparently a lot of dogs were getting heart disease and that, and there's a certain element that comes in the heart of animals. The smaller the animal, the higher the amount. Like chicken hearts will have a lot more of this. I can't remember what is element, but the dogs required it, and it wasn't in the dog food. So that's the reason for the heart. An organ food is good, but I don't know. The heart seems, I don't know. I like the idea of the liver or the kidneys. And since they do need this, whatever element is from the heart, um, the heart too is cut into tiny. The butcher does it for us at Country Grocer. He's so nice. Little tiny bite-sized pieces. So fried up and added in like little steak pieces. But I mean, between the beets, the apples, the carrots, and the grains, it's 8 grain. It's that oatmeal you buy with the 8 grains. So you got flax and whatever, and then the rice. But I researched everything and what vitamins, what minerals, what goodness was in to create basically the perfect food. And yeah, Miles loves it. It's like Christmas every day for him too, twice a day. Yeah, twice a day. And I get those like baggy snack bags, the small ones, and he filled up each bag is one meal. And I add a little bit of hot water from the kettle, and some nice borscht. Like I say, if we ever come to the point, well, not today, because we don't have any maids, that there should be some kind of emergency or something. We can't get access to food. We're going to have the perfect food on hand, but he's going to have to share with us. But yeah, that's definitely why I started making the own dog food, and I, I don't really think it's any more expensive. I think it may be about $3 a day, maybe $4 a day. But when you're looking at these big bags of dog food, I don't think it's any more expensive. Maybe a little bit. Who knows? Not much. So it is a lot more work. It does take, well, 3 or 4 hours every couple of weeks. But even that's fun because the dogs, Lucy knew it. They know the whole process. They know, okay, when the big bowl and the big pot comes out, and it's like a journey to happiness as they follow along. We'll have to make a video of that. Put that video up here, um, of how the process of making the dog food, because anybody can take a couple hours every few weeks to do that for their dog. Um, I recommend it. I certainly do. If you want to have a healthy animal, or even a cat. If I had a cat, I'd do the same thing. I'd probably change the ingredients a little bit. But I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of like a factory manufactured animal food, because it seems like too many animals are getting cancer. But then, like, what are they saying with people now, with humans? But 1 in 2 will get cancer? That is so unacceptable. I'm telling you. Yeah, Miles. Yeah, no, he is so nice. And you know what? They do the same thing. They'll lay in the doorway to the exact same place and wait their turn. And at different processes, of course, the thing moves around. And then well, since I've been on, well, even when I haven't been on bed rest, so I have to do it in here with the door closed. It can't be in the same room with this big huge. We have this big huge bowl, big huge bowl of dog food that I've got to scoop out. It'd be too much to ask of him. This patient, Lucy, was so good. I could do it in there in the kitchen, and she would sit and wait so patiently, because she knows, after it's all bagged up, I'm gonna leave a little scoop in there in the bowl, and she can clean that big old bowl up. But yeah, Miles is. I think Miles doesn't realize it. Not every dog gets this. Not every dog has this treatment. I don't know what he'd do if we gave him dry food. He wouldn't know what it was. I thought maybe we should keep a bag on for emergency, but then I'm wondering, like, I remember Lucy, if we changed it, her digestive system was not good. Oh, poor little girl. I feel so bad, you know, because I do have Crohn's disease and IBS, so I knew what she was going through. But that just goes and shows. I maybe if you change any dog's food, it will have a bit of a problem at first, but I don't want to take the chance. But yeah, so that's the big day today, is making the dog food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll take a sip of my second cup of coffee here. And maybe I should. Well, maybe I'll go live a little bit on my phone when we're doing it. Um, Rather than having to carry my computer. But I was thinking maybe, like, I'm afraid about this laptop. It gets older now. I guess it's 5 years old. Maybe it's just getting older, and that's why the live stream was freezing. So I do have a Amazon wish list. Should some benefactor ever come along one day and say, "Hey, this person works hard for their money, and they don't make any money. Let's buy them something on their wish list." I put a Chromebook. I was thinking maybe I should put a tablet. That would be easier. I could walk around and sort of film things live. Maybe I'll change it one day. Maybe I'll be able. I'm not gonna be able to afford anything for myself until I get my debt paid off, and then that's just sort of what I've told myself. Um, that's just the way it's got to be. Probably something else I learned at Harvard that I forgot about. Uh, yeah. Um, Today plans. I think we already talked about that. not going to have any plans. Maybe learn how to brainwash myself a little bit more. And delve into my next segment of my course. It's weird when you're taking a course and it is self-paced, but we're still, I'm still getting emails. We still are moving into the next week. But when it's in the middle of the week and it's a holiday, it seems like you shouldn't be doing schoolwork for some reason. I don't know. And something else I was going to bring about, and I don't know if this is a thing. This is the thing. There's a few things. Did I write down? Where did I write down? No. Oh yeah, there's two things. First of all, fear of Gmail. Am I alone at being the person that just hates to open up their email because there's going to be some bad news, there's going to be some big job I'm going to have to do, there's going to be some affiliate asking for more information, and never mind, don't even get me started on this VPN thing because I'm dealing with that in the new year. But I actually have a fear of this, and I think it goes back to when I worked at Motorola, when I was interning there. Email in those days, this is 1993 or something, 94, you had to take the email. We were on those little Apple Macintosh, those square things, whatever they were, old Macintosh. The email had to be taken, and it had to be downloaded, and it had to be deciphered some way, and then finally we'd get to the email. It was a lot of work. I hated email. I think that's what probably got me to the point. But also, is it an autism thing? Because I really, that's my problem, is I don't like communicating by any especially email and special phone. And I don't know why. I'll have an email in my email box, and I could leave it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And then I go, delete it. So, it's too late now. But what is it with me that I don't like to answer emails? I don't like to get emails. This is a common thing, that email fear, Gmail fear, or is it just I'm overwhelmed? I don't even know how many emails. Let me see. And I've been staying on top of my email, but let me take a look and see how many messages I have. I mean, I've gotten up to where I've had tens of thousands. About tens of thousands of now. But I've been trying to keep up. Okay, let's see. Open up. Yeah, I'm opening up my email. Let's hope there's no bad news. Okay, how many emails do I have? No idea. Oh, only 23, the main one. Let's see. Promotions, they don't even matter. 1,300 in there. Social. 200, and updates. And I'm not doing too bad, actually. 742. So I've got only maybe 2,000 emails. Ooh. Okay. Well, there's some good news. GoFundMe send me some money. That's good news. There you go. But there was a point where I had tens of thousands of emails. I went through and just mostly deleted most of them, but I don't know what it is, this thing I have with email. Okay, so I gotta step away for 1 minute because I've had 2 cups of coffee. So just give me a minute. Let's see. I'll let you look at. You can look at my light. David Bowie. I'll return in a minute. Of course, I'm worried about those lights falling down again. And I forgot to mention. Yesterday, I did a 90% deep clean on my bathroom, which I've been dying to do for a while. So I am feeling better and getting around. That's good. But I need to reposition myself so I don't. Yeah, I think I got everything that I got on my list here. Yep, so I got a lot done. And I hope, oh gosh, I'm just going to hope for 2025. Hope is about all you get left sometimes. This is the year of hope. I tried to do my, I did that gypsy card reading thing, but it's so basic. It basically said got to be careful about people talking behind my back. Well, first of all, it doesn't really bother me if that happens. Maybe today I'll do my I Ching. I haven't done that for, maybe 9 months. Yeah, it'd be time to do that. Which reminds me, the Hollywood Stock Exchange. I need to check my standings on the Hollywood Stock Exchange. I've had shares there since 1998. Isla says, I read my emails on my phone as Siri reads them to me. Siri reads them to me, and my phone connects to my old lady hearing aids by Bluetooth, so I can hear the emails being read to me. Okay. I don't know for me still. I don't know. It just seems so many times I get the emails. It's always to do with, okay, you got to get this done, and you got to get this done now. And I'm like, oh, like when, for instance, me losing. I don't know if Ivacy is taken over by another company, so I still haven't got the email telling me to take down the ads. But I've got to go. I have Ivacy linked on a lot of my country ads because people like to be able to have a VPN to go in through different countries to be able to either listen to radio or watch television or whatever. For instance, in England, I don't think you can listen to any of my radio stations. I think it's some kind of law. So you have to log in through any country but England. But so I have Ivacy on. And I also have, like, NordVPN is also an affiliate of mine. And I think I might consider changing to them once my contract is finished with Ivacy. I can't afford a new contract right now for a year with anybody. So I'm going to have to wait. But now I have to go change all those Ivacy ads to Nord. See, things like that. I get all little emails like, oh, by the way, this affiliate has withdrawn from our program. You need to go change all your ads. For the most part, I don't, have a lot of, I don't do a lot of ads. It just so happens that Ivacy I knew would be an asset to people from other countries. So I'll change it to Nord, and hopefully Nord will stay in business. But yeah, to me, it just means more things I don't want to do. I think, what, maybe 2025 is going to be the year that I don't do the things I don't want to do. I don't know. I've been doing so many things that I've had to do. Sooner or later, the time's got to come around where it all pays off. Either that or I don't want to do them anymore. And that is that. Yes. So I think probably, I did play some cards this morning. I play through Misplay. So I earn gift cards, Amazon gift cards for playing games. I did play some of that, some card game that I can't remember the name of. Sort of wake up the brain. Yeah, so I don't know. When I leave here, I'm gonna first of all take notes of what I was gonna link in here, such as Isla's channel, that be Team Paranormal channel, and there's something else I had written down, and I'll probably ease into the day with some. Geoguessr, old Emmerdale. Take it as it comes, Dave. I don't know if I might go on a little later on. I'm babysitting Miles to see how he's behaving himself. I know he likes to sit here in front of the camera and groom himself and all that. Miles, by the way, who anybody doesn't know, is my 1.5 year. Well, he'll be 2 in mid-April. English Labrador Retriever. And let me tell you, when I say I did a deep clean on the bathroom yesterday, you try having white porcelain everything, a black Labrador Retriever. It is a challenge. I do not know what magnetic properties those hairs have, but they're absolutely everywhere. So Isla says she hasn't decided if she's doing a live stream tomorrow yet. Well, let me know, because I'm probably going to be around. I've got no plans for the new year, unless my family comes and kidnaps me or something, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think probably Ola's going to have to work tomorrow. I know she worked Christmas. Well, my TV's about to turn itself off, and I have it set for an hour. And I've been on here for 55 minutes, so I think I'm going to call it a morning and go start my day and do what's on my list, start a new list, so I can talk about it in a whole new year. So, yeah, have a great, if I don't talk to you before then, terrific, happy new year. I'm going to try to stay awake later than 7 tonight. Might not be here early in the morning. You never know. I might make it up late. Who knows? Maybe I'll be on at midnight. I've got no plans. I'm just going to, 25, 20, oh, I may regret saying this, but 2025 is going to be the year I'm just going to wing it. Whatever seems right is going to happen. So, a happy New Year's Eve to you, Isla, and to anybody who may stumble on at some point during the day. There goes my TV, which is my cue to end the stream and say, yep. You're welcome. Isla says, thanks for the morning chat. Have a wonderful day and many blessings for you and your hubby and Miles in 2025. And thank you very much. And I say the same to you. This will build our tribe in 2025. There you go. There's our motto. So take care and we'll see you sometime soon, either today or tomorrow. I'm not sure.